James Carter, and guilt is an anchor in my chest. Every second I replay Andrei's face, twisted in fear as that creature claimed him in yesterday's storm. It's day 6, and rain still lashes the city like nature's fury unleashed. My camera is dead. Its last frame captured Andrei's scream. So now my voice must carry our story. Artem and I climb the fire escape of a crumbling apartment block, our boots slipping on rusted steps. At the top, the city sprawls beneath clouds heavy with despair. Shattered sidewalks, rusted ladas half submerged in puddles, and towers that loom like tombstones. Through the haze of rain, I spot them. 2 figures in soaked jackets, silhouettes locked in desperate combat with a pack of shambling zombies. Their movements are desperate, yet practiced, swinging homemade spears, slashing with crude blades. The undead swarm around them, 4-legged, animalistic, their elongated limbs scraping concrete, their jaws unhinged in ravenous hunger. They climb walls, burst through shattered windows, and hurl themselves at the living. One teen, dyed orange hair plastered to his skull, slashes a zombie's neck. The other, taller and leaner, fires a scavenged pistol, each shot cracking like thunder. I film, narrating through clenched teeth, heart pounding in my throat. Artem, look. Artem's rifle swings up. 2 humans, he gasps, voice cracking. We help them. I hesitate. Our single shotgun shell glints in my pocket, a lifeline I can't squander. But the sight of those teens, outnumbered 10-1, ignites something primal in me. Let's move, I whisper, and we drop down, sliding along rusted piping to land silently behind the zombies. We strike in unison. Artem's rifle crackles. 2 zombies collapse. I fire my shotgun. The single shell tears through one creature's shoulder, sending it crashing into broken glass. The teens whirl, jaws slack in surprise. Rain torrents over us, mixing with fresh decay. For a heartbeat, all is still. Zombies crumpled, 4 figures drenched and breathing hard. The taller teen lowers his pistol. You saved us, he stammers. I climb the last rung and step onto the roof. I'm James. This is Artem. Are you okay? The second teen, a deep-voiced girl with a braided ponytail, nods, wiping blood from a makeshift spear. I'm Sasha. He's Andrei. My throat constricts. Andrei? I force my voice steady. The boy glances at his sister. Yeah, he's had enough. We need to go. Artem hands them bandages. Mix your group with ours, he says. Strength in numbers. Sasha's gaze flicks to me, then to Artem, then back. Why help us? I swallow. Because we're all that's left. We join forces. 4 survivors against a city that's become a morgue. But unity carries its own friction. As we descend into the building, our steps echo in corridors thick with mold and rot. Sasha leads, her machete at the ready, eyes darting at every shadow. Artem follows, rifle up, scanning alcoves. Andrei limps behind, clutching his wounded calf. Face pale but determined. I close the line, shotgun ready, even empty. It's a symbol of defiance. In Sasha's broken English, she murmurs rumors of a virus. An experiment gone awry, unleashing both the gray, eyeless creatures and these 4-legged zombies. I press her for details. Her eyes glow in the dim light. Government labs, she hisses. They said it was for medicine. But then everything changed. I think of the world I left behind. Drone strikes, chemical leaks, diseases weaponized in labs. This city's nightmare feels like a global warning. Fear mutates us, I say quietly. Sasha nods, her grip on the machete loosening. We reach Sasha's apartment, once her childhood home. Inside, faded wallpaper peels from water damage. A cracked radio crackles static. Sasha and Andrei's mother's kitchen table stands half broken, cast iron legs rusted through. Sasha cues Andrei. Sit. She rips a strip of cloth from her sleeve, binds his calf. You're stronger than you think, she tells him, voice soft. I sit opposite, loading our scavenged supplies on a dusty countertop. 2 tins of beans, a morphine vial, scant bandages. We share, I announce. Artem unloads his pack. Canned fish, extra ammo for my pistol, 1 magazine he's been saving. Sasha exchanges a look with Andrei. Thank you, she says softly to me. A bond forms in that cramped, rotted room. Strangers united by loss. We share stories in low voices. Artem speaks of his sister singing lullabies before the world fell apart. Andrei, teeth clenched, mentions dreams of returning home, if home still exists. Sasha fights tears. She recalls family dinners, laughter echoing off these same walls. I force a smile, narrating softly. In London, my sister drew pictures of sunlit fields. Now that world is a different planet. We speak of trust, a currency more precious than bullets. We have to stick together, Sasha says. Alone, we're food. Andrei nods, despite trembling. The radio sputters. A faint signal, coordinates in broken Russian, a promise of refuge. Hope flickers. But before we can plan, a crash rattles the windows. Bullets splinter glass. 4 silhouettes fill the doorway. Humans, armed with pump-action shotguns and crossbows. Eyes cold as the storm. Drop your weapons, barks a man in a soaked trench coat. Rain cascades off his hood like tears of iron. His companions flood inside, cornering us. I taste blood in my mouth. Not mine. Our survivors freeze. Sasha's machete glints in the flickering light. Andrei's pistol trembles. I step forward, heart hammering. We don't want trouble, I say, voice firm. We're just looking for medicine. But the trenchcoat man sneers. Medicine? Number. You've been scavenging my territory. Now you pay. He levels his shotgun at Sasha. My shotgun clicks. Empty. A bead of sweat traces my spine. The man motions to his crossbowmen. Strip them. Sasha whirls. Fury blazing. No. She lunges for her machete, but a crossbow bolt whistles past, embedding in the ceiling. Glass rains down. Artem roars, swinging his rifle butt. Sparks fly as steel meets bone-dry wood. The bolt shatters. I grip my pistol. 1 bullet. The room narrows to breath and blood. I stare at the captain's cold eyes. Let them go, I whisper. He laughs, a sound deadlier than any creature's screech. Or what? In that instant, the building shudders. A deafening roar rattles the walls. That giant storm creature, its yellow eyes pulsing through the rain-soaked windows. Before either gang can react, it plows through destruction, raining debris onto the floor. Survivors and scavengers alike duck for cover as the creature rampages. Sasha snatches Andrei and sprints for the fire escape. Artem hauls me along. I stumble, pistol forgotten. Rain pours in torrents, thunder drowning all but screams of the wounded. We burst onto the roof, sliding down to the next ledge. The creature plucks the trenchcoat man from the floor, jaws ripping cloth. He vanishes into the storm. I barely catch his scream. Sasha hands Andrei to me. His eyes are wide, tears mingling with rain. Go, she shouts, axe raised. She swings, but the creature snaps it off its ledge, throwing it into the void. I hoist Andrei. Artem drags Sasha as we dash across the rooftop. Below, a ruined courtyard glistens with water. We leap to a lower balcony. Pain explodes in my ankle. A shard of metal buried deep. I grit my teeth, clutching Andrei tighter. A distant roar answers the creature's cry. Another behemoth, silhouetted against lightning. A second creature stalks our path, yellow eyes scanning. We scramble into a collapsed air shaft, sliding down into darkness. Rain gutters through cracks, flooding our ears with static fury. Sasha looks at me, rain streaming down her face. "They're everywhere," she pants. I nod. "And they're not the only monsters out there." I wipe storm-smudged blood from my brow. Artem closes the hatch above us. We're sealed in raw concrete, hearts pounding. The shaft echoes with each footstep outside. We exchange frightened glances. Trust is brittle, but it's all we have. If you've made it this far, you know trust can save your life, if you dare to share it. Subscribe to Beyond Blackout and stand with us in the storm. The next chapter looms, and you won't believe what comes next.